He tucked that ball away, lowered his head, and boom, end zone.
Tonight, it's Madden. NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
No single building has played host to more Super Bowls than this one right here. The Caesars Superdome in the Crescent City of New Orleans. This is Super Bowl 59, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. Kicker Brandon Aubrey is out to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Commanders making their way out. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Getting home that time to Marby and Overshown.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. To throw is Daniels. Steps away. And he fends him off. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. To the air goes Daniels. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Daniels looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack. And a turnover on downs. Times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really have no chance to, little short field that you turn the ball over to the other offense.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Now Prescott. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Dorrance Armstrong. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Washington ready to try again on offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Daniels. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the 1st down.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Robinson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. It's a close game here early on. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They run here with Dowdle. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
A first down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. Fights off the defender. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. To throw is Prescott. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A running play, it's Dowdle. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in there by Cooks. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Looking to throw. Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12, as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Daniels. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. And even 40 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Flushed out right. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And it's caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. His second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead is up to 5. The touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Prescott on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott now from the 50. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a 5-point game.
Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation,
he's got a man, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter.
I'm streaming too.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half. And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Dak there throwing complete to Cooks.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And again, it's Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
On the run, it's Dowdle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
And this one quickly to land. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Prescott now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Looking to throw. Daniels. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Daniels. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Commanders will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. The 4th and final quarter coming right up.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7.
To the air again, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Prescott to throw it. And Cooks has it over the middle.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the 2nd half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Dowdle. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance. They can somehow get this one back. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Daniels escaping the pressure right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Commanders are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think
that one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Oh, good move. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Ertz. His second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Commanders are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. But maybe some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Dallas offense set for this next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. One last shot now for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They did it. The Washington Commanders, Super Bowl champions. And this storied franchise will once again possess the Lombardi Trophy. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
nigga had no touchdowns game. That nigga had all field goals. He was on that shit. He was on that shit. The niggas ain't had no touchdowns game. I'm the GOAT. Make sure y'all drop that like, man. Make sure y'all sub up, man. New YouTube, new stream, man. I'm streaming on my console, man. All you gotta do is look, gang. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been.
What you going against the Bears? They said the Bears are their favorite team.
Drown my sons, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case. Head's getting harder to act right. Play a sad song on a tiny violin. For the man at the bar, confessing his sin. I need some good news. Send me sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through. But the devil ain't working my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from me, hold me. Still start singing these blues. All I really need is a little bit. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. How you picking no flowers for the season out soon? They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the ride at the end of my road. At the end of my road, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will watch my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be
Tonight,
From Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland.
it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders taking on Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears.
It has been a cold and blustery day in our nation's capital, but we are ready for football at Northwest Stadium just outside Washington, D.C. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And incomplete to open things up.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big pickup of 38.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Off the play fake, Daniels. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Daniels now on 1st and 10. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw again. This is caught by Robinson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. To throw is Daniels. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin from 13 yards out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Williams. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On first down, here's Daniels to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. He's got Allen. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Williams. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Dorrance Armstrong. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And there's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense back out there.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tucker roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. To the air, Williams, as they've got it 2nd and 7. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
To throw, Williams.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Johnson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here we go on the next drive for Washington.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Daniels looking to throw.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they're able to get to him right away, but still down to the 44-yard line with a catch. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down throw for Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Williams. Over the middle, and that's caught by Komet. And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Williams. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Here's Williams. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they
play clock down to 0. Offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. 20. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way. and they continue to move the ball downfield.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Daniels. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On play action, here's Williams. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Airing one out for Crowder. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big pickup of 38.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Brown, a 20-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Seibert on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They're down here in the 3rd quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That
That's complete, and he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game. And
he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bears get a bit closer.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the third quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And just shutting him off there. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Swift going to try up the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Williams. Open man. He finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game. And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Second down, Daniels. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Williams going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down. On the option to give to Swift here. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 15-yard line. On third down, here comes Swift. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now receiver in motion left. And they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Working out of the gun, Williams. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Andrew Billings gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Daniels.
Flushed out right. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Daniels now to throw on first down. That is incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Daniels slings this deep for McLaurin. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are right back in this football game. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. First down, and they go with Swift again. On a determined run there, as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 66 yards rushing for him now, as he's carried it 13 times. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Williams to the air on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Given the snow, you'd have to think they're likely not in field goal range just yet as they come up on a critical 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's got Brown on the out route complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point just does sneak over the bar, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So now the Bears down by 10, a minute 53 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. On first down, here's Williams. Able to find Komet, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Williams' throw complete here to Komet.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays.
And now the rookie's free.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. Off the play fake, it's Williams.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it. From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Throwing on first down. Williams going deep here for Allen. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Williams going to throw again on 2nd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.
Tonight on EA Sports. It's Super Bowl.
EA server probably.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans, black slap. What do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hands out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down. Look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. I'm straight, I got a rate now. Need teeth, cash app, been more PayPal. Turned up to the max, I'm gonna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is like my whole tape wild. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap. What do that mean? It mean it's banging. Have my hands out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. These luxury. Luxury. They can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world, and you know it. Thought that I was done, you said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap. What do that mean? It mean it banging. Have my hands out, let me hang.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They go play action here on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, Barnes. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Barnes. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Barnes. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop.
Touchdown, Bears! Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. He's number 1 in the league in touchdown passes, just threw number 20 on that last drive. And they start here with a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, Harrison. And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Off play action, Barnes. And that's going to be incomplete. The Bears at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners at 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, It's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes already in this first quarter, and now looking for more as his guys begin 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Off the play fake. Barnes. That ball caught by Harrison. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. It's Kirk. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his third already in this first half, as he'll try again with a first down.
Throwing to start the drive, Barnes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Barnes dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On 1st and 10, Barnes being chased out left. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw. Barnes flush to his right. Able to slither by. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's been unstoppable in this first half. 4 touchdown passes on the ledger already. Closing in on the all-time record in the first half, by the way, which is 6 touchdown passes as this drive starts 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Barnes. Now he steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Off play action, Barnes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. He's got his man. It's Harrison.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Throwing on 1st down. Barnes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's been utterly remarkable in this first half. 5 touchdown passes already. This could be a record-breaking performance as he'll start again on 1st down.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barnes. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
To throw again. Barnes. He's going to take another shot here.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Barnes. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. on first down. Barnes buying time to his left. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Off the play fake, Barnes. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off play action, Barnes. Flushed out right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next one. On 1st and 10, Barnes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw on 3rd down, Barnes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Off the play fake, Barnes. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. And you know what else happened on that play? He just went past 45,000 career passing yards.
He's going to cherish that moment, but he's also going to celebrate it with so many different people. Guys he's playing with currently, guys he's played with in the past, especially offensive linemen who've kept him upright to throw the ball, receivers who've caught it. I mean, just so many people to embrace. And last but not least, a lot of coaches who called a lot of passing plays.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background's and says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Nolan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Throwing on 1st down, Barnes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Nolan Smith. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
It got his man complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On 1st down, Barnes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he's been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 23-yard run. And the Bears are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. Barnes eluding the pressure right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Christian Kirk with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but... And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bears, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
That's the best guy like that, man. Moving to the one strong. Madden 25. Imagine QB facing franchise. Did some games early in the broadcast. See what this game was early. She watched me bitch on replay, man. She smashed that up on the stage.
Today.
This man 22. God damn, that's crazy. Oh, hell no. What the fuck I just stepped in? About to blow up everybody. What the hell? Alright, that's one. Oh, shit. That's one. That's two.
Onto the field now come the Bears. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Looking to throw. Barnes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 1st and 10, Barnes slings this deep from McLaurin, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action, Barnes. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. 23 yards the pickup there. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like it. I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get it.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Barnes. Forced out to his left. It's a loss of 14 that time, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. He'll air this one out for Kirk. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aiden Hutchinson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start. Throwing on 1st down. Barnes. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The Bears in a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Off play action. Barnes. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Barnes sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Marvin Harrison Jr. with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Bears have taken the lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully...
After review of the play,
so they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. On 1st down, Barnes. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Off play action. Barnes. Flushed out right. That is caught downfield by Harrison. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw. Barnes. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Off the play fake. Barnes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Barnes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
On 3rd down, Barnes. That is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come out in the pistol. Looking to throw. Barnes. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Christian Kirk with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Bears have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Barnes. Dancing to his left. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 10 yards out.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
He's the first in the league to reach 30 touchdown passes this year. Did that on the last drive, and he starts here with a first down.
Off play action. Barnes. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Off the play fake. Barnes. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Off play action. Barnes rolling to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Christian Kirk, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Bears are able to widen their advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Aiden Hutchinson
Able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake. Barnes.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's playing. Off play action. Barnes. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Off the play fake. Barnes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Off play action. Barnes. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Barnes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw. Barnes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Barnes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Oh, a wide open receiver. It's Harrison. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Marvin Harrison Jr., his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the fourth quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick. And we've seen nowadays, those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention, they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start first and...
Off play action. Barnes eluding the pressure right. Skirts by him at the 35. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Off the play fake. Barnes. Looking right sideline. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. Off play action. Barnes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Panthers are right back in this football game.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man complete. It's Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Barnes.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barnes. And one more time, here's Kirk. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back to throw. Barnes. Flush to his right. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Throwing on first down. Barnes flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Chicago, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
Sure, by that team really hot. People will appreciate everybody got to appreciate everybody so like you know it's a good industry. It's not up and us. Appreciate